Assalamu alaikum, family. This is Mariam Lima back with another pod of What Do You Know About Islam? So, something's been weighing heavy on me for about a week or so now, and it's about manifestation. Now, first let's define manifestation. And what does manifestation mean? According to Google Dictionary, manifest, display or show a quality or feeling by one's acts or appearance, demonstrate. Synonyms are display, show, exhibit, demonstrate, betray, present, events, reveal, indicate, express, declare. Also another definition, that's of the verb, be evidence of, to prove, substantiate, corroborate, verify, confirm. Also, then they have, of a ghost or spirit appear. But that's of a ghost or a spirit to appear. So manifestation. I don't want to say I've been on the inclination, but yes, I've been on the inclination and it's actually back there, manifest your destiny. To me, when people say that, or when the term is used more often than not, it's said to bring something into existence and not to necessarily demonstrate, but okay, let's see. I can demonstrate me putting this USB into the USB jack. That's a demonstration. But that's not the same as bringing something into fruition. And so I've been having a time trying to distinguish between, not really distinguish because I get that they're opposite things. But what I'm having trouble with is, okay, do we have the power of manifestation if we believe in predestination? So if things are already predetermined, what are you truly manifesting? Yes, I do believe in the power of thought and that words have weight and words have power. I'm not saying anything against that, and I'm not opposing that. If you want to walk around with a negative, outlook on life, your world, you're creating, you're manifesting a negative world around you. More so what I'm having trouble with when it comes to manifestation. I'll give you what actually has me, in a tizzy about this. So I saw someone on Instagram who I wasn't necessarily, say, attracted to right off the jump. And so I was like, oh, person seems cool. They're talking about some good stuff. Okay, cool, whatever. Then after a while, then I met the person. And then it wasn't anything like that. It was just like, peace, what's up, salute. But then I started listening to what the individual had to say. And I was like, wow, this person is brilliant. Like, wait, Allah, is this my husband? Is this who I'm supposed to be with? Because this person, literally is everything. So, November 11th, 2018, at 11:11 p.m., I did a serious manifestation session in this room. I was in this room on that couch. And I was manifesting. I don't even want to put up air quotes, but I was tempted to for a second. But I don't want to do that because I don't want to be disrespectful to manifestation, because I'm still kind of trying to work between it. And so I want to say this really quickly. I, looked in the Quran for things on manifestation. There's nothing in here that I could find about manifestation. If you can find anything within this glorious book about manifestation, please, you can hit me up on IG. You can leave a comment on here. You can leave a comment on the YouTube. Share what you know about what it says either in the Quran about manifestation, what Minister Louis Farrakhan or the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said about manifestation. I would just like it for me so I can, I'd appreciate that. So anyway, I had a huge manifestation session and I was manifesting a few things about, life, career. And then the last thing that I was manifesting was about my future husband. And I put a lot of specifics because, gosh, I can't remember. Oh, it was in the power of prayer. And people saying that, like, when you ask Allah for prayer, or matter of fact, it was in prayer, but it was also, I was talking to an African priestess. And she was like, when people come to her to do, I don't want to say the wrong terminology, but when people come to her for counsel and they want things to happen, they want her to do certain things for them to, they want her to manifest. Gosh, I don't know. It's funny. Keep going. They want her to, manifest certain things, be it with the power of roots, whatever, type of system that she uses. They have to be very specific in what they want. So someone comes there and say, well, you know what? I want to be a millionaire. Okay, cool. They weren't really specific in how they wanted that to, come about. So then say if they had 3 or 4 different insurance policies on their said family. Whole family gets into a fatal car accident. You're the lone survivor, but those life insurance policies added up to be $1 million. You're now a millionaire, but you were not specific in how you wanted that to come about. So I said that to say, within the power of prayer and everything else, be very specific and detailed within what you want. So when I was manifesting everything that I was writing down, I was very detailed within what I want, who and how I want my future husband to be. And so when I started to actually listen to this person on IG speak, I was like, dang, is this him? Like, I don't know. But like, dude is like literally adding up to a lot of the things that darn near everything I wanted. Like, so it was like, dang, this may be this person. So I was like, so in my mind, I decided to manifest that particular person. I then set myself on a journey of me trying to attract this person to me by the power of manifestation. And I ended up I'm going to just be super, super duper candid just because that's who Mariam is. I basically entered myself into a one-sided, unbeknownst relationship with someone. And I mean, like, when I spoke about this with my entire family, like, I showed my family this person. I showed, sure, no, I was like, well, not really strangers, but like, I spoke about this vehemently to like a lot of people because I was like, no, I really think this person is my husband, and that's that. And so I became emotionally attached to this person, but they weren't aware of this. And I could see that it was becoming to my detriment because then I was like obsessing over it. And if I did hear or read that, Minister Farrakhan says, like, sisters, when it comes to your husband, don't dwell over it because Allah is going to send you who you're supposed to be with. Again, so then that takes me back to predestination. So if it's already ordained, then what is this manifestation then? I honestly can't say that I have the answer. I clearly don't have the answer because that's the point of this podcast today. But I did decide to let I decided to stop manifesting that particular person because I don't want to when I decided to unfollow the person and let go of that, it literally felt like a breakup, which is kind of crazy because this person, there was no communication. We did not speak. There was no communication. It was literally just me watching this person on IG and just being inspired by them because if you feel that you know me from, say, my podcast or what I post on IG, if you know me as a person, then you know that I'm genuinely giving everything that I am. And so you're not going to meet me in real life and be like, oh, dang, she's totally different. No, it's just not going to happen because I just am who I am. And I pray that you see that because that's what I want to give out. But I felt like that person was the same. I felt like they were giving who they were genuinely. And so I literally was like falling for someone because I felt like I was getting who they genuinely were. And so, I mean, even though I say that it's crazy, but, you know, is it crazy? I mean, people were in love with Michael Jackson, people that they never met. Heck, I mean, I have the most intense love for the most honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Master Muhammad. And these are people I've never met. So, I mean, it's not really a crazy notion per se. Actually, now that I think about it, this is all coming up as I continue to talk. So it's not really crazy. If you think about it, if you really feel that you're getting that person and who they are genuinely at their core, at their being, even if it is just via video or audio, then you really can, create a super duper strong emotional attachment without ever having to speak to that person in real life or carry on a conversation or what may have you. Nothing. No actual dialogue back and forth. Just complete watching. That's kind of crazy, actually. That's a crazy concept, but not really a concept because it's actually true. And it's true for the masses of the world because, again, Christians love Jesus, whom they never met. Muslims love Prophet, peace be upon him, whom they never met. So, well, I guess I'll wrap that up. I kind of, I'm still not going to necessarily focus on this individual any longer because it wasn't doing anything for my, it wasn't doing anything for me. It was actually, it wasn't allowing me to focus, and I need to focus. I have a lot of things that I've put on my plate and that I need to accomplish. And alhamdulillah, I'm so thankful that I did finish my letter, and inshallah it passes. If it doesn't pass the first time, that is fine because it doesn't change anything. I will write it and write it again until it passes because I love my nation, and I'm so thankful that Allah put back within me the love for my nation and the teachings and just took the wool off of my eyes. And I don't ever say that my heart was hardened. Thank God it wasn't, because I don't ever think that I was a hypocrite. I never, spoke ill or anything. But I'm just really thankful to be back in a place of happiness and peace. And to comment on the ban that Facebook and Instagram, I'm going to take it over there. To comment on the ban that Facebook and Instagram put on Minister Farrakhan. When I first saw that post, I wasn't even upset. Like I keep seeing a lot of people on Instagram saying like this was like, a week ago. So like at that moment, people were upset. But when I saw it, like literally my first reaction was like, well, it's time. Literally everything. Whenever I see something like really, really big happens, like to me it's just saying, oh, yay, rejoice. Because that means we are in the time, like things are happening because they're supposed to happen. So like I saw it to be a great thing. And it is a great thing because it ignited more conversation and it ignited more curiosity about Minister Louis Farrakhan and the teaching. So it's like, which is what I thought was going to happen, and which is what, happened. And he gave a beautiful message at St. Sabina. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Who is led by Father Flager, great brother, who is Caucasian, and they've been friends for about 40 years. But anyhow, he said, continue to post, continue to hashtag We Are Farrakhan, which we are, and just continue to do your job as a Muslim. Like, that doesn't change. That doesn't change. Make sure you text the number 99000 to subscribe to the NOI mailing list, where you would get email and text message updates on anything that they want to, I think is actually, if you say you are a believer and you are part of the Nation of Islam, I implore you to do that with a quickness, because you don't know what type of beautiful information that they may be trying to give us. And so I am on it, and I would like to know any type of orders that, need to be handed out, any instructions. I want to be abreast with a quickness. But yes, anyhow, don't be discouraged if nothing has been banned on my page, thankfully. But I rarely post videos per se. Like, I'll post a picture, or I'll post something with me speaking about it. But if you are, if something is blocked, okay, cool. Well, I'll say this. This was also another, I did have this thought though, because I do want to be candid. I did have the thought of like, well, gosh darn, if we all get, I don't want us all to get banned. I say, do it cautiously, because I don't want to, well, actually, I'm going to finish this thought, and then it's going to tie back into another thing that I just thought about. I was going to say that if we all got banned, then say from like IG and Facebook, which is our means of communication with each other, because we do not use, not that we don't have smaller platforms, Black owned, but we do not use them. Let's just be honest. We do not use them. They aren't as prominent. And I'll say this, one thing that Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, if you want your people, us as Black people, to subscribe to anything or to buy anything that the white man is offering you, you have to do it at either the same or lower cost. So all of these platforms, say social media platforms, that for communication, not for education, so not for necessarily, say, lectures or anything like that. I don't mean that, which I'll go ahead and shout out a couple of things. Black on Demand is great. NOI.org, of course, is our home. NFA Studios, awesome. And thefinalcall.com. Yeah, you get all your literature and your MP3s from there. You better run and get that stuff. It's vital. But anyhow, none of those platforms, well, not those platforms, but any of the platforms that are being marketed as Black-owned social media platforms, some of them, like, they cost money. So why do you believe that if you're not going to give them the same, or at a lower, you can't get any lower than free. So if you're going to charge for a platform that they can get for free, and that the masses are still on, how do you intend for it to grow? I'm just putting that out there. But anyway, back to what I was saying. About if we all got banned from IG or Facebook or what may have you for continuously posting things to continuously post support for our beloved minister, which keep doing. But my thought was, well, how are we going to communicate with each other if by chance they decided to ban a lot of people? I know it's a lot of us that are doing it, but if they who knows, whatever. If that did happen, what then came to mind was the text message thing. Well, if we wanted information from said headquarters do get on the email and text message um, email list, which is 99000. And you text that all together, we are Farrakhan, no spaces, don't space it out. It's we are Farrakhan, one word, and then you'll be subscribed. But we do, I mean, but that doesn't necessarily give us a communication line between a lot of people that we communicate with on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. I mean, I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. But it was a thought that I had. It's not to discourage anyone from, like I said, continue to support, follow instructions. Minister, I'm following instructions for what minister said. He said, do it. I'm going to do it. My only thought was, what if y'all, whatever. But anyway, I hope that you all did enjoy this podcast on manifestation, predestination, and the ban on Minister Louis Farrakhan off these platforms. They mean that the time is ripe. Stay grounded in the teachings. Stay grounded in your faith. I pray that everyone's Ramadan is going beautifully. Mine is going beautifully. My birthday was yesterday. I did not fast. I fed the homeless. I wanted to enjoy my birthday, but I am back on my deen and I am fasting and it's beautiful. And inshallah, I'll continue to catch up on my reading. I will continue to be diligent within my salahs and keeping a clear mind of good thoughts and good spirits and doing acts of kindness. It's funny. I was talking to somebody. I am going to wrap up. It was funny because they were asking like, what do you do during Ramadan? Really, the only thing that's extra within Ramadan is the fasting, because everything else that you're doing, you're supposed to be doing 365 days of the year. So yeah, you should be doing acts of kindness, just out of doing acts of kindness because, you're supposed to, like, just give because you're supposed to give. If you see someone in need, give. And if you have a contradictory thought saying like, well, man, I ain't got it today, but then you have the other thought like, well, I can stretch. If you think that you can stretch, go stretch it, go give it. It's okay that if you told yourself no the first time, but if you then again came back and said, I think I can, go and do it. Just go and do it. Allah will be pleased. You will be pleased. I will be pleased. The universe will be pleased. Just continue to give and give wholeheartedly and unconditionally and with super duper love. Okay. And that's all I have for you today. I leave you with peace, love, light, and clarity. And let's bound in. Love you all.